all winners, man. You're a winner. Flat out. Two-time champion. I mean, I grew up in Detroit, so, this was my team. You know what I mean? I'm watching the games and everything. Now, we could talk to so many people, and when I go around the country, Bad Boys is my favorite team. Oh, they just could play D. Or, man, I don't know if they could score. How would you guys have checked the Warriors?
Well, we watching the film here, and of course we had some physicality in our mix. And
no, just a little bit, right? Yeah, Not too much. That wasn't a foul.
That's just a love tap. Win at a football game.
Yeah,
exactly.
But the thing about this, these are
the whole team would be suspended.
These are good. No, these are good highlights,
okay, right?
But on the real, when you talk about athletically and defensively. I think we was one of the best defensive teams to ever play the game of basketball.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at Dumars as a defender,
yep.
You look at myself as a defender out on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And then you had Rodman out on the perimeter, one of the best athletes to ever play the game, and then Sally. So when I thought we had a 2016 team in the 80s. We played pick and roll. We scored the basketball. Now, our defense gets a lot of credit. Mm-hmm. But, the team that scored the most points in this league is still the Detroit Pistons with 186. That's the record.
Yeah, and that record, look at this. Kiki Vanderway getting buckets. John Long.
UCLA.
He hit a jump shot on me to win in Toronto. John Long still got a jump shot, man. It's so Zeke.
Yeah, so this was a real game. This wasn't an all-star game in New Orleans. This is a real game.
Let me ask you this, Zeke. Right, I know this is an all-star score, but no, and they were playing D. Let me ask you this, Zeke. How would you guys have checked them? I know you could score. I know, y'all could put them in the mixer. They would have to worry about you just as much offensively, no doubt about it. But how would you guys have checked them?
Well, I think Dumars probably would have took Clay.
Okay.
I would have matched up with Curry.
Okay.
Rodman would have matched up with Durant. Ooh. And Draymond Green, he would have had a very difficult time either with
athletic long Sally or more physical.
Sally, and then we had a shooter in Bill Laimbeer in terms of the center position who would step out and knock down threes. We didn't have a traditional post-up center. And then don't forget we had Mark Aguirre coming in.
Vinny.
On the post.
Yeah.
Vinny, the microwave.
I haven't got to Vinny yet.
Come on,
right.
Get to Vinny.
So we had some pieces that, athletically that would match up in today's game perfectly. And we played pick and roll basketball, side and high screen and roll. That's how we won basketball games. We didn't have a traditional low post game where you just throw it in, although we had players that can play down there. But we really, defensively and offensively, we were a well-rounded team. And, what we would do with Curry, of course, I would try to keep him going left.
Okay.
Stay in his shot pocket. He's got a low shot pocket from the right side. He's going to get his points, right? But I know I'm going to get mine, too. Mm-hmm. I think Clay and Dumars would be a great matchup because they play very similar, moving off the ball. They're both great defenders, and they would just lock up like this the whole night. And Rodman on Durant, I would love to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Because Rodman would try to get in his head. And athletically, right, Durant probably is the best athlete in the league right now in terms of size and everything else. But Rodman was probably the most freakish athlete that I've ever seen in the NBA as a defender, as a runner, as a challenger. That would be a good matchup.